New Jersey for 3 minutes.
I thank the chairman, I thank the ranking member for holding this hearing, I thank the members of this panel, and I see the other members of the panel after that as well for coming out today. You know, the administration claims that its proposal seeks to address and reform the main areas in our financial system that are responsible for the credit crisis and the recession. But when you think about it, I don't see anything in the proposal to stop the Federal Reserve's, their very loose monetary policy, nor is there anything in there to address the conflicts of interest in the Fed and their dual roles as monetary policy czar and safety and soundness regulator. I don't see anything in their proposal to prevent the misallocated credit decisions by the government through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and CRA. In fact, and this is important, as with the CRA, a goal of the proposal before us today, and if you look at the President's proposal, it's out on page 55, it says, it's to ensure traditionally underserved consumers and communities have access to lending, investment, and financial services, end quote. So just like the CRA, it's meeting such a goal could possibly exacerbate the systemic risk by requiring firms to engage in practices that are risky in the name of consumer protection, something that basically brought us here in the first place. And finally, I don't see anything that will avert human error in the regulatory agencies tasked with that responsibility of overseeing financial institutions. And when you think about that, think of all the panels and experts that we have had come here to say uniformly that it was not for lack of authority, but merely human error when such things as the SEC missed the Madoff situation and didn't listen to the information, when the regulators over at AIG did not look deep into it and look at the financial products situation. They admitted human error there rather than lack of authority. And so here, the subject of a hearing today would be a creation of another regulator, again with human error actually encouraged by separating regulatory decision. And this point also is important. You're going to be separating the regulatory decision. You're going to create duplication from an already limited expertise found in prudential regulators. In other words, you're potentially working at cross purposes. You know, it was the policies by the government that largely got us into these problems, and I don't believe that creating more government agencies, perhaps those even with an Orwellian, heavy-handed government bureaucrat knows best mentality, will ultimately misallocate credit is the appropriate solution. The Republicans, on the other hand, have offered an alternative reform package that takes steady aim in ensuring no more bailouts by ending the government's practices of picking winners and losers, reducing counterproductive government participation in private markets, appropriately streamlining and restructuring government oversight, and restoring market discipline and consumer empowerment. I really think that's the change that people are asking for. I'll yield back.